Hi Internet World, Kimberly here from Retroscripts. Doing another video just to talk about something that's been on my mind and in my heart lately, and that's mental health. I think that mental health is one of those things that more people need to be aware of, and more people need to educate themselves about. In this, I mean that we're all struggling with something. We're all going through something, no matter how small or how big. I see friends on a regular basis who I can see the anxiety and the stress starting to eat away at their soul and eat away at who they are. But there isn't the knowledge or the push for people to really dive deeper and figure out what's going on in their head. Or there's also that giant stigma there that when you admit that you have a mental health issue or you have something going on, you're afraid of what people are going to think of you. I can honestly say that I myself have dealt with depression, I've dealt with anxiety, I've had some low times that are mostly due to the way that I was brought up and the things that happened in my life at such an early age. I had a very hard childhood, very negative childhood, and just different events and situations that happened I wasn't able to cope with, and it all started to build up and build up until finally I hit my breaking point, twice actually. And it was when I hit those rock bottoms that I really had to take the time to figure out how am I going to pull myself out of this. I'm thankful that within myself I was able to recognize that I am a very creative person. I love my gardens and I love being outside with nature. So it was harnessing the nature along with the different creative writing and creations that I made that I was able to heal my mind and heal my body, and I continue to do that. But it's not like it's a one-step process where, wow, I did this writing, or I'm outside, I'm meditating, I'm all better. No, it's an ongoing process that I have to deal with every single day. And I think most people that have mental health issues can tell you it's an ongoing process that you have to work through. With things that are happening on social media right now, and particularly with celebrities, we're seeing a lot of people come forward and share their stories and share what's going on with them. One big one that we see happening right now is Kanye West, and he's been reportedly came out as bipolar and has been having some major issues in his life. I have friends with bipolar disorder, and it's not a laughing matter. It honestly, it kills me when I see comments from people calling people crazy, or why would you say that? Why would you lash out? Why would you da 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 da? Without stopping to take a second and really looking at the person as a whole. Is it really the person standing in front of you saying this, or is it their illness speaking? I had one friend actually with bipolar lash out at me and call me all these horrible names. And it wasn't until she started calling me he and saying some specific things that I realized it wasn't even me that they were talking to. They were having an episode, and I'm not going to pretend to truly understand being bipolar because I don't, and I'm trying to educate myself the best that I can. But it was like seeing a totally different face talking to me, a totally different person who wasn't even aware that they weren't addressing the right person. So before you judge, and before you lash out at this person who is clearly going through a moment or something that they can't deal with, take a step back and put yourself in their shoes. How scary would it be to not understand what's happening within your own brain, or not be in control of your emotions or the way that you're acting? It'd be terrifying. So I invite you, before you judge behind your computers, as many people do, because it's safe to judge and it's safe to comment from there, put yourself in someone else's shoes or their family's shoes and see what it would be like to experience. I know it was a little bit deep for such an early morning video, but it's something that's really been weighing on my heart. And I invite you to share your experiences in the comments below of mental health. What does it mean to you? How do you think society as a whole is taking on this battle and this illness, these illnesses? That's all for now. I want to leave you with the thought of just honoring your fellow human being. Before you persecute, before you bash, before you hurt anybody else, honor them and understand where they're coming from as well. Ciao.